physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Harris will throw. Under fire. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Bringing it back. He's at the 20. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. It wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
A first down run in the red zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Coming out with it, it's Agbani. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Snagged in the middle, it's Agbani. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Georgia going up tempo.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you. They're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Might be changing the route. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down.
Okay, ready? Pace, 27, John. On set.
Harris back to pass. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now up.
The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run, and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
Great job on the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swimming in the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
To the air on first down. He's got it. He'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. There's still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Give to the running back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Wants to go up top. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Ackerman. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job, Bill.
And he'll hold on and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Akbala. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Harris will throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Release to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Green. And a good pickup to move the chains. And the clock will expire. And that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. They came out and jumped stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field.
I don't know why you feel that way.
Running to the left. Runs through the tackle. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to pout. Turning it on. Picks up the first down. All down, and he has enough to move the chains.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Reads it, pass complete. It's a seam wide. Touchdown, Goof. And once he found open space, the man
I hate that play. I should have known he would do it sooner or later.
Finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. When you look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him.
I don't get how to be open this man. You don't commit anything. See what I'm saying? Stop it. Stop it, man. Stop it. Stop it. It's a fucking blitz off the play.
Marshall is ahead right now in Huntington, but that's not exactly Randy Moss out there controlling this game. Things are a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over East Carolina. They'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clemson ready to dial up some long ways. They've got it on offense. Going right to work up top. With the catch, it's Ackerman. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, we mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing their uniform. You can't worry about those who left. You have to worry about those who have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns. Honestly, they got some key guys that had success in other programs. And I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys played it.
Well, and how they come together. Because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coach.
There he goes. At the 30. The 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Best running back in the country,
There's a
huh?
reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big time.
Talking to the chat, best running back in the country.
Field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. And I think
We called it.
Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Harris back to pass.
It. What the fuck?
He's got it. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back
I
end.
fucking I don't get it. Why they don't? Man, man.
Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Offense changing the play. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete.
Stay on your feet, man. Stay on your feet.
Matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Harris will throw. Flicks it out of the air. They get him down.
Honest.
This offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Put that shit back.
Started this drive back up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Gonna look downfield again.
Oh my God, my shit glitched. Oh my God. Whoa. You came right to me. I'm holding triangle. Why my shit glitch like that?
No!
What the fuck? I thought this. Oh, they gave me one damn one. Right. See how they glitch me out like that, fam? See that?
76 yards on the drive for the touchdown.
You see it?
And they kept things open at 9 yards.
Go put the chair back. Go take it back in the room.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped
Get down.
at 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for space. It's Ackerman. Tackle was made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your run.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. The sure hands. It's McGooligan. Hits him with a stiff arm. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
The Tigers can play the second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the lone running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the play.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Clemson jumps to the line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try the right side. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll give it to him again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
What are you doing, still, bro?
And remember, they can pick up the first without scoring. He's got it on the right. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. The offense quickly calls timeout.
What did you do?
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrana. He's got a lot of confidence to bring that ball out of the end zone, but it didn't work out this time, out of bounds at the 16. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Harris back to pass. Quickly complete.
What the fuck? What the fuck? It's always me. It's always me.
Looking to throw on 1st down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
He rifles one deep to the left. and picked off. Takes it the other way. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They got on the ball, but I believe he touched it before it went 10 yards, and there is a flag on the field. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. He'll start this drive firing. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The lone back's got it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
The dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Extending the play. Got out in trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's McGilligan. They're going to stop him short. And man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Clemson looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Why you threw a bad pass, bro? Why the fuck you threw a bad pass?
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right. Someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
I put him over there. Hey, that shit a glitch. Ooh, open that ball. Oh, how you got it back? That shit a glitch, bro. That shit is a glitch. That play is a glitch. I mean, man, I put him over there, and he still didn't move. Oh, that play is terrible, though. I mean, man.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Harris will throw. Pulls it in. It's Reinbold. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short.
Oh, Pickett.
And that one's incomplete.
Hit the ball,
They were trying
bro.
to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard instead. It's 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed,
What the
he's
fuck
one
is
of the
Pickett?
fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Then make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
fool, and we are not going to complain.
Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the mark. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call
he's
these
bad.
run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for the pass.
On third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. The give to the back. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
Harris back to pass. He tries to take the top off. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Looking downfield on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That had all the makings of fun meet windshield, but how about the move? Corner, taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first. Nowhere to go, and he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 in there, basically right back where they started. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Georgia. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
He'll start the return inside his 5. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The run from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Quick release on the RPO. Doesn't quite make it to the first down. He's a yard short. 4th down and 1. They'll go for it. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Wants to adjust the pattern. Pulls and fires complete. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Yeah, you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the point, now getting back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Harris will throw. Here's a heel. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Georgia going up tempo.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job?
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. And the Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Making side adjustments here. Here comes the offense on first down. He'll set up to throw. And it's his fourth interception of the game. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The throw to the outside is complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
It's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Almost intercepted. What a momentum swing that could have been. They still
That looked like
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice cock and corner kick.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. From deep in their own end, they'll throw it. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish
Why you
off
got
the
that
game,
move
and the
there, bro?
offense can kneel it out from here. and will come to the line with a first and goal. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Trying to pound it in. He's going for the goal line. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And the extra point is true, and they have a two-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Agbana. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Harris back to pass. Soft spot in the middle. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to go up top on first down.
How you gonna chip? Why you gonna chip like this?
Finally corralled the number 4. He picks up the first down. They'll give it to the back. Powers through the defender. And they'll